AITA for calling the police after my parents secretly gave my house to my sister.
AITA.
Bought my first house 3 years ago after saving for almost a decade. I worked overtime, skipped vacations, drove a car that was literally falling apart, and barely spent money on myself because owning a home had always been my biggest dream. My parents were proud of me, or at least I thought they were. About 6 months ago, my younger sister, 25F, lost her job. She also lost her apartment because she hadn't paid rent in months. My parents asked if she could stay with me just until she got back on her feet. I didn't really want to, but she's my sister. I agreed. At first, everything was fine. She promised she'd help with groceries and utilities. That lasted about 2 weeks. Then she stopped contributing altogether. She'd leave dirty dishes everywhere, invite friends over without asking, and eat food I'd bought for the entire week. Whenever I brought it up, she'd laugh and say, "Relax, we're family." 3 months passed. She still hadn't looked for a job. One Saturday, I came home after visiting a friend and couldn't unlock my front door. My key didn't work. I thought the lock was broken. Then my sister opened the door. She smiled and said, "Oh, Mom forgot to tell you." My stomach dropped. "Tell me what?" She looked completely calm. "We changed the locks." I honestly laughed because I thought she was joking. She wasn't. My parents walked out of my living room like nothing was wrong. My dad said, "We've decided it's better if your sister stays here permanently." I just stared at them. "What are you talking about?" "This is my house." My mom sighed. "You've always been responsible. Your sister needs this more than you do." I thought they meant they wanted me to keep letting her stay. Then my dad said something I'll never forget. "You can always rent somewhere for a while." I actually started wondering if I'd somehow walked into the wrong house. I asked why they thought they could make decisions about my property. My sister rolled her eyes. "You're being selfish." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "I paid for this house." "You don't need this much space anyway," my mom replied. I told all 3 of them to leave. Nobody moved. Instead, my dad folded his arms and said, "If you force your own family onto the street, don't expect us to forgive you." That's when I called the police. While we waited, my sister sat on my couch eating chips and watching TV like nothing was happening. She actually laughed and said, "They're never going to remove family."